If I want to set up new views, so we use the same camera over and over again. So when I select my camera, right, I have all these things going on, right, that look really, really complicated, right, because they're simulating a real camera, right? I don't want to have to reset those things. Remember, I have all my brightness values calibrated in this rendering. Everything's set up for me. It's good to go. I don't want to have to reset up my brightness values, try and match them from rendering to rendering to rendering, from camera to camera. What I do is we animate the camera. Right? Down at the bottom is an auto key function. If I click on auto key, my time slider goes red, and I have 0 through 100. You can change it, but you probably won't have more than 100 frames. If I click on my camera now, with auto key on, I'm going to move to frame 2, and I'm going to set up a new camera view looking at my object. Right, maybe that's what I want. Select my camera target, and I can bring it into my object. Bring in my camera over, bring my target down, so I'm looking at my camera. There we go. Then I'll go to the third frame, right, and set up another camera view. I can come over to my properties here. Camera's looking the opposite direction, so I'll take my target, move it on my object, set my camera to where I want it to be, come into this view, zoom in, right, and I'll turn auto key off. Now when I go from frame to frame, I have 3 views set up that all have matching camera settings, all have matching light settings, right? There's no redoing anything in the object, or in the scene, or in the render for that matter. All right, and I go to frame 2, click render. And if I go to frame 1, I'm back at render. So yes, when I look at this next view, right, maybe whenever I want to change it, I got to always make sure that my auto key is on. Maybe this is my view, right, so it's here. Hit Shift Q, right, lighting's different. Right? The sunlight's still looking the same, but I'm looking at a different side of the building. So I obviously want to change how the lighting is in this rendering. So I change the directionality of it. Or maybe I want this rendering to be a night view. So the same way I animated the camera, on this frame, I select the sun, and I move the sun into place. So anything in 3ds Max can be animated, from the materials. I can make brick merge into concrete. I can make a face morph into a box. I can make one building morph into another building in 3ds Max. All things are possible with the animation engine. So this one, I'm going to lower the scene, right, and I'll turn off my auto key. So now on frame 1, I have a day rendering occurring. On frame 2, I have a dusk rendering occurring.